All right, now everybody, this is your boy Barbar live or not live. I guess we just sort of chat and record it. Well, you guys are gonna get it when it's recorded, or you're gonna get it later. But right now, I'm talking live. So anyway, the name of the show, or this brand new chat show that I created as a segment of It TV, is going to be called It TV Show Chat. This is Volume One. It's a very special episode because I actually have a very important person on the phone with me right now. This is my cousin. This is my dog. This is my road dog. This is my brother from another mother, Mr. Anu's son. How you doing tonight, Anu?
All right, how you doing, bro?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. This is the first night of this show. I hope people like it. It's something that we created, you guys, so that when we can't actually be at the location or we can't be with the actual guest in person, this is an opportunity for us to do a phone chat on speakerphone where you guys get to listen in live and get a feel for what's going on or the latest of what's happening with your favorite artists, business owners, whatever. Okay, so let's get this thing started. Anu.
Yes, sir.
So first of all, how you feeling tonight?
I'm chilling, bro. Just getting ready for tomorrow's, show and everything.
All right. Well, I know you just got back from Miami. You had to go out there. You had to do some production work. You were working on an album out there. I know it's top secret. You can't talk about it, but obviously people will be looking for that. And you just got back in town. We got the party tomorrow, and I'm a part of that. It TV is going to be a part of that at the Tammany Hall. And I just wanted to touch base with you real quick because a lot of people don't know what's going on. They see this thing on Facebook. They see it on social media. They're like, what is this shed? And then they got the guy from, the Tonight Show, The Roots, and da 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 da. So let's sort of break it down for these people. And first, let's start by letting them know who you are. Anu, tell the people about yourself.
All right, well, my name is Anu's son. Songwriter, producer, drummer, artist, kind of trying to be just all around Renaissance man. I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada. Been here, but I'm basically a New Yorker now by default because I've been here since '98. So, yeah, I've been here a minute. As far as genre, I don't really believe in genres. I believe, I dig a lot of music, so I don't allow myself to get bound down by that. So I'm just a practitioner and a purveyor of culture and the arts.
Beautiful, beautiful. Now, Anu, tell the people. I know this already, but why don't you tell the people? Give them an idea of some of the artists that you work with, some of the albums that you worked on. Obviously, a lot of people already know that you worked on Black Radio with Robert Glasper, which won Best R&B Album of the Year. Not this Grammys, but the previous one. And I know you guys worked on Black Radio Part 2, which is out now. But tell the audience about some of the other artists that are featured on the albums that you worked on. Yeah, tell the audience about some of the actual artists that are on some of the albums that you've worked on and some of the projects you've been a part of.
Well, as you said, I did a lot of my notable work has been with Robert Glasper, and I actually did all the pre-production recording and engineering for the pre-production demos and stuff for all the albums since Double Booked all the way up to Black Radio 2, and so we work close together. We also just finished like a song for Gary Clark Jr.'s album, his remix album actually for his last album. It's a mixtape called Black and Blue, so check that out. I did the tune that Robert has on there, so and that has everybody on there from Blau and everybody. That's a dope album as well. That's it. But I also, I'm really focusing on my music now. I'm about to be releasing my next album next month. The Phoenix, and just finishing up the mixes for that album right now.
All right. Is there a specific release date, or is that still up in the air? What's going on with that album?
Say what? I'm sorry.
Is there an actual release date for that particular album, or is it still up in the air? You still trying to figure out when you want to release it?
Man, I'm I know that I'm being a stickler now, and I can't commit to a specific date because it's like my baby, because I'm doing progressive a progressive project where it's kind of like not like anything out there. So I keep wanting to make sure everything's right and perfect. So it'll probably be released sometime next month when somebody comes and just takes it from me and says, "Yo, leave it alone, put it out," which will probably be my British counterpart, partner in crime, Augie, because she's about to jump on my throat for taking so long.
Well, that's a good segue. I'm happy you brought that up with Augie because Augie is actually your co-host at the Shed, which is something I want to get into now, along with Mark Kelly of The Roots, also of the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. Tell the people, about the Shed. That's what we're actually on the chat talking about. What is it? How did the Shed come about, and how did Mark Kelly get involved? Like, how did this whole thing happen?
Hello?
Yeah. How did the Shed come
Okay,
about?
well, the Shed, huh? I'm listening.
How did the Shed come about, and how did Mark Kelly end up getting involved?
Well, I mean, I've known Mark. That's my bro, man. Like we like family. I know Mark since I think we almost been in New York about the same amount of time. Known him since like 2002, and we both moved to New York during a real special time out here, where there was just New York's music scene was just really thriving. Like at least I know, like back in '98. When I was around and being able to be here, like before 9/11, where like West 8th Street in the Village, Jimi Hendrix studio had the Roots, D'Angelo, Erykah Badu, and everybody working on these monumental albums, and it was just like it was in the air, man. And it was just so many musicians coming here from other places, and the musicians that are natural born New Yorkers just playing everywhere and just getting in all these different venues that were available at the time to gig, And it just seemed like after a while, it kind of the scene dried up and became a little, I'll dare say a little, I don't know, just a little jaded, a little commercial, and everybody just wanted to try and get on, so they were adjusting what they did just to try and fit what was pop culture, and so the music changed out here, and my thing is about really just trying to provide a place for the progressive musicians to come play and showcase their talent, work on their chops, and share their gift. You know what I mean? And we did that. Mark and I came up at doing all that stuff at the same time. Me, him, and Robert, and everybody around here came up at a time in New York where it's really about getting out, playing, shaping the ideas that are in your head and bringing them into fruition. And with the relationships that I have, I'm just trying to bring a platform forward to not only myself but all the other artists who are here in New York to be able to do that.
Right. Well, that's definitely something that's needed right now, and obviously the times are changing, music is changing, the industry is changing as a whole, and definitely things are getting positive again. But on top of it, you're seeing a whole new evolution and revolution of I guess you could say entertainment, not just music, but in dance, in film, everything. I mean, everybody's stepping their game up
Hello?
and taking it back to where it needs to be. Yeah, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Right. So the other question is, before we move on to
just to touch on what you just said though about things changing, man, it's definitely changing. Like the music community is global now. It's not just regional where people had Southern soul or Southern hip hop, West Coast hip hop, and East Coast hip hop. We're talking about global communities now, and social networking has kind of made that go to like just a whole nother level. But now you're just really dealing with music that incorporates the entire globe, and it's about people being able to bring their honest travels and their honest experiences to the table and make that come forth in the music, and not let it be boxed into what the precepts or the formulas are that's being just, showcased on pop radio.
Right. Now I definitely can dig it. Now, with you saying all of that, this leads to my next question, which is, what makes your open mic different, or your showcase or open mic, whatever you want to call it, different from every other showcase and open mic out there. There's a bunch. I mean, you go on social media, which you mentioned, and I mean, it's plastered with all kind of open mics and showcases, promising money, promising dreams, promising this. You know, what makes your showcase different, and what do the artists get out of this by
Well,
participating?
well, we not just an open jam, man. It's a revolution. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's not just for singers, it's not just for poets, it's not just for musicians. It's an open jam for everybody to come. And what makes us actually different is that we are really seeking out, like, although it's an open jam, we do featured performances in the showcase, like 5 performers each show, and it's not the typical soul or the typical hip hop or typical spoken word. It's about, we feature progressive music, people who are really daring to do something different with their sound, and it doesn't even have to be perfect. It's just hearing that this person hears something different, and they're trying to bring something different to the table. It's like, if I was thinking in the crafting stages of this, like if groups like Hiatus Coyote or Little Dragon were here in New York City, like, where would they honestly rock to basically get their chops before they were on, like before people bought into it? And it was like, there's not really no open mics that cater to those type of acts, and we want to do that, because like me and all my homies, everybody that I rock with, we're all into progressive music, or we may do jazz or soul. We also grew up on new wave. Some people listen to punk rock. I like heavy metal. I listen to a lot of different things. So it's like basically trying to who's being creative in incorporating all those vibes into what their art is.
I can dig it. I can definitely dig it, man. Well, I'm definitely proud of you as my big cousin, like I said, basically my brother, and basically a person that I'm collaborating on in it with this, or with this in this, or as being a part of this revolution with you, as It TV, along with yourself and Mark Kelly. I want to say I'm proud of you. And where can the people find more information about the shed, and when does the shed actually take place?
Excuse me? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry, bro.
Where can people find more information about the shed, and when does it take place?
All right. Well, the shed takes place every other Wednesday at Tammany Hall, located in the Lower East Side of New York City. I think the actual address is 152 Orchard Street. Where you can find us online. You can come at me on Twitter, that's at Anu the Giant, ANU, the regular spelling Giant, or you can just type in the Shed Open Jam on Facebook and join our group. I'm really trying to steer people to building the group's presence on Facebook, so that'd be a good look to do it there. So the Shed Open Jam on Facebook.
Okay, all right. That makes a lot of sense. You guys, it's been great. Anu, I want to thank you for taking the time out to be on the show tonight. And people, make sure you guys go out and check out the shed tomorrow night. Tammany Hall, May 7th, Wednesday, starts at 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock is sign up, right? Right, Anu?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you guys definitely go out.
And if they're interested in being featured performers, they could definitely reach out and send me an email to Anu's Sun. That's like sun in the sky. ANUSUN .contact@gmail.com. And send me some music. If I dig what you're doing, man, we'll feature you in the shed. It won't be just an open mic situation. So.
All right, y'all. You guys hear that? Make sure you guys reach out to Anu and give him some links. Send him some of your latest work, and let him get an idea of what you're doing, so he can see if you guys are ready to be on the featured top shelf level. In the meantime, I'm gonna be signing off. I want to say once again, thank you to my guest Anu Sun, and this is your boy Barbar of It TV Show Chat. You can check us out, ITTV Show Chat. That's our fan page. You can also check us out on It TV Show. You guys have a good night. We out.